the world is in chaos. In the last 24 hours, the United States and Iran have exchanged deadly strikes, closing the Strait of Hormuz and threatening a global energy crisis. A super typhoon is evacuating 1 million people in China, while the death toll in Venezuela has surpassed 4,000. Today, we break down the top 10 stories that define this moment in history. Here are today's top 10 stories you need to know. Kia has announced a significant recall of approximately 463,000 Telluride SUVs due to a fire risk that could endanger drivers and passengers. The automaker is urging owners to park their vehicles outside until repairs can be made. This recall highlights ongoing concerns about vehicle safety and the responsibilities of manufacturers to ensure their products are safe for consumers. Owners of affected vehicles have been notified, and Kia is working to address the issue swiftly. As the recall progresses, it is essential for consumers to stay informed about potential risks associated with their vehicles. The situation underscores the importance of vehicle maintenance and safety checks, particularly for popular models such as the Telluride. In a surprising turn of events, U.S. Senator Lindsey has passed away following a brief illness. As a long-standing figure in the Republican Party and a close ally of former President Trump, his death has sent shockwaves through the political landscape. Graham played a crucial role in shaping party policies and fostering bipartisan relationships. In related news, a bipartisan housing bill has been passed despite Trump's refusal to sign it, aiming to alleviate the ongoing housing crisis affecting millions of Americans. This legislation is expected to provide essential support to struggling families and stimulate the economy. Graham's death and the passage of this bill signify a pivotal moment in U.S. politics, potentially altering party dynamics. Moving forward, lawmakers will need to navigate these changes and address the pressing issues facing the nation, particularly the urgent need for affordable housing solutions. The ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine has intensified dramatically, with Russia launching a significant missile barrage on Kyiv. This attack, which targeted a weapons warehouse in a residential area, resulted in the tragic deaths of 10 individuals and left many others injured. The situation in Kyiv is particularly dire, as air raid sirens continue to echo throughout the city, prompting civilians to seek shelter amid the chaos. This escalation follows a series of skirmishes, highlighting the conflict's deepening severity. The humanitarian impact is alarming, with international organizations warning of a growing crisis as access to essential resources diminishes. As both Ukrainian forces and Russian troops suffer casualties, the urgency for peace negotiations becomes increasingly pressing. With winter approaching, the stakes are even higher for civilians caught in the crossfire. World leaders must prioritize diplomatic efforts to avert further devastation and explore pathways toward a sustainable resolution. A tragic maritime accident off the coast of Phu Quoc Island in Vietnam has claimed the lives of 15 Indian tourists when their speedboat capsized in rough seas. The incident occurred during a sightseeing trip, highlighting the risks associated with water tourism in the region. Rescue operations managed to save 21 individuals who were thrown into the water, but the loss of life has devastated families and communities back in India. Vietnam has seen a surge in tourism, particularly to its picturesque islands, prompting concerns about the adequacy of safety regulations for tourist vessels. Authorities are now investigating the circumstances leading to the capsizing and reviewing safety protocols to prevent future incidents. The tragedy underscores the need for stricter enforcement of maritime regulations, as the safety of tourists must be prioritized. As the investigation unfolds, there is an urgent call for improved training and equipment for operators to enhance safety standards, ensuring that such a disaster does not happen again. A street festival in Toronto tragically turned deadly when a shooting broke out, resulting in at least 2 fatalities and several injuries. The event, which was designed to foster community spirit and bring neighbors together, has now left residents shaken and searching for answers. This shooting is not an isolated incident. It highlights the persistent issue of gun violence that has plagued urban areas across North America. In recent years, Toronto has seen a rise in gun-related incidents, prompting community leaders to advocate for more stringent gun control measures. The impact of this violence extends beyond immediate victims, affecting families and the broader community. Local leaders are calling for a comprehensive approach that includes mental health support, youth engagement programs, and improved security measures at public events. As the investigation unfolds and authorities work to identify suspects, the community is left to grapple with the aftermath of this senseless tragedy, striving to find resilience and unity in the face of adversity. In southeastern Bangladesh, torrential monsoon rains have unleashed devastating flooding, claiming at least 44 lives and leaving over 1 million people stranded. This region is particularly vulnerable during the monsoon season, which typically brings heavy rainfall from June to September. The government has initiated emergency aid efforts to provide food, clean water, and medical assistance to those affected. Thousands of homes have been submerged, and critical infrastructure, including roads and bridges, has been severely compromised, complicating rescue operations. The situation is further exacerbated by ongoing rain forecasts, raising concerns that the flooding may worsen in the coming days. Non-governmental organizations and international aid groups are mobilizing to assist with the humanitarian response, but logistical challenges due to impassable roads hinder the timely delivery of essential supplies. As floodwaters begin to recede, attention will shift to recovery and rebuilding efforts, focusing on restoring livelihoods and infrastructure. Local authorities are prioritizing long-term mitigation strategies to better prepare for future monsoon seasons and reduce the impact of such disasters. The Africa Centers for Disease Control has confirmed that the continent is facing the fastest-growing Ebola outbreak in history. This alarming situation arises from a combination of factors, including delayed responses and insufficient healthcare infrastructure in affected regions. As the number of reported cases continues to rise at an unprecedented rate, health officials are increasingly concerned about the outbreak's potential to overwhelm local medical facilities. This outbreak not only poses significant public health risks within the affected countries of West Africa, but also threatens the international community, as previous Ebola outbreaks have shown the potential for rapid global transmission. In addition to Ebola, Michigan is grappling with its own health crisis, facing over 1,500 reported cases of cyclosporiasis, which raises concerns about food safety and sanitation practices. The rapid spread of these diseases underscores the urgent need for effective response strategies, including vaccination campaigns and public awareness initiatives. Health authorities are urging those in affected regions to take precautions and report symptoms immediately as they work diligently to contain the outbreaks and prevent further spread. In a tragic update from Venezuela, the death toll from the catastrophic earthquakes that struck on June 24th has now risen to 4,333. The tremors, measuring 7.2 on the Richter scale, caused widespread destruction, particularly in the coastal regions, where buildings collapsed and infrastructure was severely compromised. Many families are left mourning their losses and searching for missing loved ones amidst the rubble. Recovery efforts are underway, but the scale of the disaster has overwhelmed local resources. National Assembly President Jorge Rodriguez announced that housing distribution for survivors will begin next week, a crucial step as many are still living in temporary shelters. The government is under immense pressure to provide adequate support as public frustration grows over the slow response. International aid has been mobilized to assist with recovery, with various countries pledging support. However, rebuilding efforts face significant challenges due to damaged infrastructure and limited resources. Moving forward, the focus will be on ensuring that survivors receive essential assistance and that the affected areas are rehabilitated swiftly to restore normalcy and stability. Typhoon Bavi has made landfall in eastern China, bringing with it devastating winds and torrential rains that have already forced the evacuation of over 1 million people. The storm, classified as a super typhoon, has wreaked havoc in Zhejiang province, where officials are working tirelessly to ensure the safety of residents. Historically, typhoons have caused significant damage in this region, and Bavi is no exception. As it moves forward, it poses an imminent threat to Taiwan and Japan, both of which are bracing for severe weather conditions. Taiwan has mobilized emergency services, with thousands already evacuated as authorities prepare for potential flooding and landslides. The typhoon's trajectory suggests that it will continue to impact a wide region, with meteorologists warning of catastrophic outcomes if preparedness measures are not effectively implemented. The economic implications are profound, as agriculture and infrastructure could face extensive damage, potentially leading to long-term recovery challenges. The humanitarian response will be crucial in mitigating the loss of life and property. In the coming days, as Bavi continues its path, authorities across Asia will be focused on disaster relief efforts, aiming to protect lives and rebuild communities affected by this natural disaster. In a dramatic escalation of tensions, the United States conducted its third round of strikes against Iran, confirming the military response to ongoing hostilities. These strikes targeted Iranian military installations following an earlier attack on a commercial ship, which heightened fears of a broader conflict. The geopolitical stakes are particularly high as the Strait of Hormuz, a crucial maritime route through which approximately 20% of the world's oil supply flows, has been declared closed by Iran in retaliation. This closure raises alarms about potential global oil shortages and economic ramifications. Iran's military response included targeting energy facilities in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Kuwait, and Israel, underscoring the regional impact of this conflict. President Trump has issued a stern warning, threatening to decimate and destroy Iran if they continue their aggressive actions. Meanwhile, Iran's supreme leader has vowed to seek vengeance against the U.S., further complicating any potential diplomatic resolution. Despite the dire situation, oil prices fell sharply after Trump announced a temporary ceasefire, indicating that markets are attempting to stabilize amid the chaos. However, analysts warn that the region remains highly volatile, with the threat of further military action looming large. In light of this, diplomatic efforts are expected to intensify as stakeholders seek to avert a full-blown war in the coming days. Thank you for joining us for today's top stories. Which of these news events shocked you the most? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.